Okay. Hey Team DSF, this is your girl Tanaya-Marcia Silhouette. Every time I get on this training, I'm always in a rush multitasking. So give me a second here to get myself in order. This week's training, I want to cover, I just attended some monthly leadership training from my company, and it was really cool because I know you guys always hear me talk about one of my mentors, multimillionaire Brandon Cunningham, and I've met this lady before, but it is always amazing when I can meet one of his mentors. And so she actually flew up to us to train us this month. And her name is Trisha Albertson, and she is amazing, and she's one of his mentors. And you know, just seeing how, okay, all of the amazing information that I get from him, and now seeing where he gets some of his mentorship and leadership from, it's just, you know, it's awesome to have access to those types of people who are willing to share that information that can bring me a lot of money and a lot of personal growth and a lot of time freedom. And I get it for free. You know, I paid $25 for the training just to cover the cost of the space, but the training is free and it's priceless, you know, so I'm just like blown away that we have access to so many of these multimillionaires right in our back pocket, basically. So anyway, what I'm going to cover this week are the notes that I took from that training, as well as some basic general leadership tips. And what made me want to cover the leadership topic is, you know, I always converse with my business partners throughout the week and decide what I want to talk about based on things that are happening in my organization as well as around me. Good morning, Alex. How are you? Hey, Lance. Hey, Will. I see y'all on here too. Good morning. Well, good evening. See, I'm all discombobulated. So a lot of leadership things were happening to me, leadership-related things this week that made me want to cover that topic. So first I'm going to cover the notes, and I'll spend about 15 minutes on that, and then I will cover the basic leadership tips and everything that I have experienced or that I've seen, etc., etc. Hey, Miss Terry. So let me see here. Hold on. Somebody is asking me what the dial-in info is. Just go to the homepage. I know it's confusing because we have so many different ways to do training. There is no dial-in. You just go to the homepage and you'll see me, hopefully. Let me just tell them that. All right. So, all right, I'm going to get into this. So I'm pulling up my notes right now. That's why I'm procrastinating here. So what she covered in her training, Trisha Albertson, is, you know, how do you become successful? How do you get that momentum going? That's what she started out with. Now, I was helping out with registration, so I missed like an hour of what she said. But when I jumped into the training, that's what she was talking about. And she said, every successful leader in network marketing achieves success by enrolling enough distributors in a short period of time in order to create momentum, and then their downline duplicates. So what does that mean? Well, you know, when you first jump into the business, right, you put all your money up and you're like, okay, what do I do now, right? So you want to, like I said, set a business plan, something that you can put in writing, but something that you can also realistically do and incorporate into your daily lifestyle. And I say daily because in network marketing, and other businesses as well, but in network marketing, you need to do your business daily, because if you don't, like, it's not going to work. Like you might think, okay, most network marketing companies that I've heard of or been in, I've only been in two. And like I said, one of them doesn't really count because I didn't do any work. I totally quit that. But anyway, what I've heard, networking with other people in other companies, most of them operate on a monthly basis as far as volume is concerned, and your paycheck and things like that. So you might think that, okay, I got a month to do whatever I got to do, and then if that doesn't work, I got to do it next month. I'll see if it works then. But like anything, if you say that whatever goal you want to achieve in life in general, and especially in business, is something that you want to do in a month, you got to plant those seeds every day to get to that monthly goal. So as you get experience in network marketing, you will see, just because you share your business opportunity with people, when you actually finally get to the invite, which in itself might take a couple days, right? Because remember, I told you connecting is not just a one-time thing. Connecting is establishing a real, genuine, personal relationship with a prospect, and you might not even get to the invite in your first, second, third, fourth, or fifth connection with them, right? It might take time for you to build a rapport and for them to, break down that wall a little bit where you will now feel comfortable genuinely sharing your business opportunity. So once you do that, okay, now 5 days have passed, right? Let's say. Then it's like you get to the invite and you want them to get to the tool, step 2, right? Well, it might take them a couple days to watch the tool or look at the tool that you send them, your website, your videos about your business, whatever, even though they may have told you, because you're going to ask, hey, when are you going to actually take a look at this? And they give you a date and a time, but they might not follow that. They're not obligated to do even what they say. They're not obligated to follow their word, even if they gave you their word. So it might take them a couple days. Maybe something happened. And at that point, they don't yet realize what your opportunity is, and it's not a priority for them. It's a priority for you, but not for them. So they might push it to the back burner. So let's say it takes someone a couple days to even look at that, right? Now more days have passed. Then they finally, have looked at it, have questions, and you get them to step 3, which is a third-party presentation or event where they can get their questions answered and make an informed decision if they get to a decision after the event, because it might not be that they're ready yet. So now they get to an event. Well, when is that event? That might take a couple days for that event to happen. We say invite people to an event within a 1 to 3 day window. So between your step 2 and your step 3, right? When you're saying, hey, you've seen the tool, I want to get you to a third party, that third party event needs to be within a 1 to 3 day window, as long as it accommodates your prospect, right? But you need to have events that you have access to within a 1 to 3 day window to invite them to, so that hopefully they will go to that, right? So what does that mean? Implied task, right? You need to be hosting events on a regular basis so that you have an event. You also need to network with your upline, sideline, even your downline, right? When you have one, and say, hey, when are your events, and coordinate with them. And if you can, if you're a leader in a company and you have a downline, try to spread out your events if you're local, right? Try to spread out your events so that they're on different days, so that everybody in your group has events to invite people to. So even if they can't come to the event that you're hosting, they can come to somebody else's event and still be third party, as long as you're not the one presenting at the event, because you can't invite your prospect to your own event, because you can't be your own third party. That's for other people to invite to your event that you're presenting at. That way you can be somebody else's third party. But anyway, so yada, yada, yada. They get to the event. Now they might make a decision, they might not. They might need more info. But you see what I'm saying? That is going to take time. So you're planting a seed on hopefully day 1 of your business, right? Day 1 of your business. You just put this money up. Don't let that volume go to waste, because that volume is going to get you to your goals, and that's your money. Better for you. You're jump starting your business. Instead of you trying to find customers to get $1,000 worth of volume, if you put $1,000 into your business, that's $1,000 of volume right there, most likely, depending on how your company's compensation plan works. So that can get you to a rank advancement. That could get you money in your pocket. And then anything other than that, like above and beyond that other people bring to your company when they buy your products, whatever, just helps you to grow even more. But anyway, my point is, if you invited someone from day 1, then, you get them to step 2, you get them to step 3, then you do your million follow-ups, which we say takes about 6 follow-ups before they usually even get to a decision. Let's say that's like a week or a week and a half's time that's passed. Now you spend 15 days on one prospect. And I hope you're not only sharing the business with one person, but you see how I'm saying the time goes by. You're already halfway through the month and they haven't even purchased anything yet, right? So now, what if they don't want to join your business, but they're considering it, right? Oh, I want to try the products, and you maybe gave them a sample and they purchased something. You got one purchase in 15 days. Now multiply that times how many people you shared the business with in 15 days, and how many of them actually got to step 2, and how many of them actually got to step 3, and how many of them actually went on your website and purchased something. You see how time goes by so fast, and then at the end of the month, it's the end of the month. Where's your volume at? Where, did you achieve your goal? If you said, I want to hit $2,500 or $5,000 by the end of the first month, did you do it? Did you not? And then I've never met a network marketing company that doesn't do this. So we're just going to go with the assumption that most companies' volume starts over on the first of every month. So if you've done all this work, not saying this for nothing, but your volume starts over on the first of next month, right? So as far as volume is concerned, you're starting from scratch. But the good thing is you still planted the seeds with these people. So that doesn't mean you don't talk to your prospect if they don't join in the first month. But if you're trying to hit certain goals, you need to use leverage. And since you are new and you have no downline yet, your best way to use leverage is to share it with as many people as possible and let them be the leverage. So you're not depending on one prospect to get you to your goals. You're depending on however many people you share it with to get you to your goals. Like if I am doing 60 exposures a month, 40 of them are probably going to get to step 2. 15 of them hopefully will get to step 3. Maybe a couple of them make a decision that's a yes. And maybe hopefully at least one is a new business partner, and the rest, they could be customers. Cool. I love customers, you know. Get them on auto ship though. Don't just let them be retail, right? So with that being said, the more people you expose to, the better. So what does Trisha say? She said, you know, launch your business, right? Get at least 10 new business partners in the first 90 days. Awesome. Get at least 5 preferred customers. Really, you can get more. That's the minimum. She's just saying, why does she want that number? 10 new distributors in 90 days is awesome. That is going to create momentum in your business. That's going to create excitement. That's going to create like this domino effect. And now all of these new people, you're going to need help. Like she said, you should train as a new leader. You should be training your distributors. But let's say you get 10 new people in 90 days, right? You know, they're probably not going to all join at the same time. So, I mean, you're trying to manage that. You're trying to become a leader. I don't even know how to be a leader in this business. What do? Reach up to your upline. Say, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm taking the lead on this, right? And this is a message to me, right? Your new distributor saying, I'm taking the lead on this. I want my new people to be trained and all that, but I need your help, right? And so your upline is going to step in and they're going to be like, let's go. We're going to do this. Get it started training. We're going to teach them how to grow their business. And we're going to teach them how to duplicate exactly what you just did, right? Because the reason why you were able to do that, hopefully, is because your enroller taught you, hey, this is what we do, right? This is the system we follow. This is how you do your business. How do you launch your business? Get them on the phone. Do a launch call. Do a 10-minute launch call within 1 to 3 days of enrolling. You enrolling. When you put that money up, because that money is valuable. When you put that money up on day 1, that whatever day 1 is for you of the month, schedule a launch call within 1 to 3 days. Okay, get all of these people. Do your database. She said create a list of names between 100 and 200 people who you want to call and tell them about your business opportunity. Now, I know there's a lot of things going on. You want to do your business plan. You want to write, incorporate things in your lifestyle. Like, I got it. We got other things we got going on. I got 9 to 5. I got hobbies. I got children. I got a spouse, whatever it is, right? Good. Cool. Launch call is 10 minutes, right? Get with your upline, get the information on how to do a launch call, follow the script. All you got to do is say, hey, look, I just invested in this amazing business opportunity. I would really love for you to take a look at it. No pressure. It's only 10 minutes. I have a conference line that I want you to dial into. It's on this day at this time. And it's only 10 minutes. Please, if you support me and you want to see what it is that I'm doing, if you can just take 10 minutes to get on this call, I will send you the information. Cool? Yeah, cool. Yeah, they'll do it. Send them the information. Then you get on the call. Day of, you're like, hey, this is why I'm doing this business. Blah, 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 whatever. You tell you why, and then you let the person, the presenter, take over the call. They're going to go through all of the little details of the business in 10 minutes, real quick. And then they're going to turn the call back over to you, and you thank them for their time. You say, I'm going to individually follow up with all of you to find out what you think about this. If you want some more information, get off the phone, done, right? Now you follow up with them like you normally do. Now in preparation for that launch call, you can plug them in to some tools, all right? Now your business might have an app, or they might have websites or videos you can send them, because they're gonna say, what is this thing? Like, can you send me some information on your business to prepare me for this call so I know what it is? Send them your tool. That you already did step 1 and step 2, right? So now they get on a launch call, instant step 3, third-party validation, right? We recommend 15 presentations per month. Trisha, she reiterated that later on in the training. So you just got a whole bunch of people. If you share this with 200 people on day 1 and day 2 of you being in business, you know, shoot. Let's say out of those 200 people, maybe like, I don't know, 75, 100 get on the call. Awesome. Awesome. Or maybe 75, 100 say, let me get more info, and maybe only 50 people get on the call. Awesome. Freaking crazy, right? So now you got all these people on the call. You already hit your 15 presentations or more per month. A presentation is the event, third party. The call is a presentation from someone else, right? Now you can follow up with them individually. This is the part that is very important. Follow up with them individually. Don't mass blast it out and say, hey, I want to know what you think about this training. I want to know what you think about what she said. I want to know what you think about my business, you know, the tools we have and how it applies to you. Do you like the products and services we got? Do you like the business? Do you like both? Do you like none? Whatever. And then you resolve their concerns, and your upline will teach you how to resolve concerns. Now, when you start bringing in new people, those 10 new distributors that you enroll, like say you get 10 people that want to join and they do it, right? Awesome. You're probably rank advancing, getting all this money. That's awesome. But now you got to train them to duplicate exactly what you did. So when you're doing your getting started training, take notes and listen to what your upline's saying. Now, when you start training your people, you train them to duplicate what you did. Now they're duplicating it, and that volume is also tied to your volume. Now they're getting money, they're rank advancing, and now they're bringing in people, and now they're going to ask you, hey, can you help me train my new people? And then it just keeps going, and then your business and your whole organization is growing, and you are slowly learning how to become a leader, but you know you're not by yourself because your upline is helping you. They're showing you they're not leaving you by yourself, and you know that's less pressure for you. Like, okay, I got this team. You might be like, man, I don't know if I want to grow that fast because I don't know if I'm giving them the right training. It's okay because you have leverage. You have your upline and you have everyone there ready to support you to grow your business the right way. That is what she's saying. That's that excitement and that momentum. And that's also giving you a return on your investment and hopefully more than that so you can start actually making money and getting your people to make money. You know, but what happens if you don't, right? I'm not saying if people say no. What happens if you don't even do it? Well, then you got to go back and think about why you joined the business. Think about this. Why did you put your money up into this business if you're not going to do the business? I think that is not wise. I think if you don't want to do the business, don't do it. Like, just be a customer or just be a supporter on the side and say, hey, I like what you're doing. Awesome. That's what's up, you know. But if you want to be in this business and do this business, then you got to do the business, you know? And like I said, one of the worst things we can do is wait. She said, do not wait to do your business, okay? She said, you have to create that financial and time independence immediately because you never know when you'll need it. She told a story about how, you know, there were some things that happened, some personal things that happened in her life. And that was one of the months at that point where she earned her biggest check. You know, her husband was in the hospital and she wasn't doing the business at the moment. She had to take a step back. But because she had built that network and that leverage, right? Because she was doing the business all them other times, right? Now her business kept growing because she had leaders in her organization that were duplicating what she had already done. So she was able to take a step back and focus on her family and still earn a check. And she got one of the biggest checks that she's ever gotten up to that point in her business. That is huge. That is what network marketing is about. And that is something that I have yet to see another industry be able to do. Okay. Now if you're like a celebrity or, you know, a movie star or musician or whatever, you might have a similar experience because if you're earning residual income, that is where that can happen, you know, but how many of us, even if we have the talent, are going to become celebrities? Let's just be real. Slim to none. But what I like about network marketing is that is opening the doors for everyone to become to earn money on the same level as a celebrity who knows how to sing or who knows how to play ball or whatever, because we have an opportunity to earn residual income. And hopefully if you're in the right company, the timing is right so you can capture the growth of the company as well, right? So that is huge. So you don't want to ever wait and procrastinate once you get into the business, okay? You definitely want to follow the direction of your leaders. So now, with that being said, I'm going to jump real quick and skip over to leadership, okay? When you become a leader in the company, you have to make sure that you are setting the right example for your team, because whatever you do and you don't do, your team will duplicate. Okay. Now, there are some people, she calls them runaway legs. Even if you're doing the right behaviors, the right business building things, there's going to be people in your business that aren't going to duplicate what you do because they just don't want to. And, you know, as a CEO of their own business, they don't have to. You know, it's their prerogative, right? So that's cool. You can just love on them and leave them where they're at because that is their choice, right? That's their money, not yours. So what you do is you focus on the people that are on the grid, okay? So if people in your organization decide that they don't want to do things the way you want them to do them, then let them do it the way they want to do it. That's fine. And then you focus on the people that are following the system that is in place for your company, not because you said so, but because the people that are making money said so. And hopefully that's going to be you, because I'm talking about new people here that are new leaders, right? And as you start to make money, because if you follow the core habits, you will make money, period. Like you will. It has been proven. So once you start making money, hopefully those people that are trying to reinvent the wheel, they'll see which way works better, which way is getting money, which way is not, and then they'll go towards the way that makes money, which is 9 times out of 10, I really like to say 10 out of 10, the people that are doing the right habits, the right behaviors, right? Because that has been proven, okay? So always make sure that what you put out to your team and your actions and what you are doing in business follow what the multimillionaires and the successful people are doing. So if the multimillionaires and the successful leaders in the business are telling you these are the things that you need to do to make money, then that's what you should be putting out to your team. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Don't try to create extra strategies and extra ways that aren't duplicatable. You know, don't make it hard for your team. Like you might be great at, you know, dancing in front of the presentation before you start the presentation. You know, you might do a little dance because that's what you want to do because you're good at it. But your team can't duplicate that. What if your team doesn't know how to dance? You know what I'm saying? Like just don't make it harder for your team. Or if you do decide that you want to do something that is extra, don't make it mandatory. Just make it an extra thing that you just want to put your little flavor on it. But let your team know, hey, this is just something I'm doing. You don't have to do this. This is the minimum thing that you want to do is this. Now, if you want to go and be above and beyond and do extra, that's fine. Like, for example, me. I'm a little fancy, right? So I have a business partner that's very good with graphics. Actually, I have 2. Okay, shout out to them, right? And they're really good with graphics. So I like to promote my events on social media with beautiful flyers. And they create graphics for me to do that. Now, I know not everybody has access to Photoshop or whatever kind of, you know, crazy design software. So they might not be able to create flyers for their team. You know, now what I do is I offer to help them with that if I have the time. But at the end of the day, that's not a mandatory thing. Now, I do say you should create, if you're on social media, you should create like an event, but that, if you don't, it's not like, I'm like this, as long as you promote your event, do it however way you want. If you want to promote your event on, you know, a piece of paper and pass it out to people, you want to go on social media and promote it, you want to go to everybody's house and promote it, I don't freaking care, as long as you promote your event. That's my mandatory thing, is promote your event, okay? Now, I will tell you how I do it, and I can tell you how I can help you, but I'm not going to sit there and yell at you because you didn't create a flyer. If you do create a social media event and you don't have time to create a flyer, just put a picture on the social media event. Bam, it's the same thing. My point is, I like to be fancy and extra with my stuff, but I do tell them, look, at the end of the day, I follow the core habits. If you looked at my training from last week, I follow core habits. Nowhere in the core habits does it say you need to create a Facebook page and put your events on Facebook and create a flyer and Photoshop and it has to look professional and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't say that because that's not what the millionaire tells me to do. That's not what he does. That's what I do because I like to do it. But I don't tell my team that's mandatory. But I tell them, if you want to do that, I will help you do it. Do I think you should do it if you have a presence on social media? Personally, I do, but I'm not telling you you have to do that in order to make money, because that is not correct. You don't have to do that to make money. You can create a fancy flyer on Facebook all day, but if nobody shows up to your meeting, guess what? You didn't make no money. So I will never say that that is a mandatory thing that you have to do to make money. So that's the difference. When you build a team, okay, you got to remember that everyone has their own way of doing things, right? So what is the bare minimum thing that I, as a new distributor, need to do to make money? Follow the core habits. Patricia talked about that. Core habits, okay? 15 presentations a month. Use all the products. Be a product of the product. Whatever your products and services are in your company, you should be a product of the product. Walking billboard. If you are selling this stuff to people, you should be using that stuff, period. You know, I mean, if not, like I said last week, it doesn't make sense. Why would your prospects use it if you ain't even using it? Why are they putting their money up? You're not, you know? So that's just something that you need to do. Now, what else did she say? If you're going to be a leader, you have to be willing to stand in front of the room and present. So I talked about hosting meetings already. You as a new distributor, your purpose, your focus right now is to just get events on the calendar. Launch calls, three-way phone calls, home meetings, hotel. Well, you don't really need to do hotel meetings at that point. You can attend them. But host like small meetings so that your prospects can learn about what your business opportunity is. Now, as you become a leader in the company and you create a downline, you got people joining your business, you need to present for your downline, because now they are hosting meetings and they're looking for someone to be the third party presenter. So how do you do that? You offer to present. Now, I just joined the business and I got 10 new distributors in 90 days. I don't know how to present. Well, when you are hosting your meeting, right, part of your job as the host, once everybody's settled in and they're listening to the presenter, listen and take notes. Listen to what the presenter's saying. Listen to how they're saying it. Listen to the steps that they're taking. There's a process in how we do presentations, okay? And it's specific to our company. So watch that. And when you host multiple recurring meetings, right, you will see a pattern, because there's, like I said, there's a little flavor in there. You know, I might present a certain way than my other business partner on my upline, but the information never changes, right? The way I may say it may change, but the info itself is consistent because it's truth. You know, you don't change truth. Okay, if our business is publicly traded, it's publicly traded, period. I'm going to say it every time, right? I'm going to tell you the 6 key components of a business. That everybody's going to say that. But the way I might say the 6 key components might be different at a home meeting versus on a launch call versus on a 3-way phone call versus on a one-on-one. So when you are the host of a meeting event and you are watching the presenter, you are learning, that's OJT, on how to be a leader. So when you get to that position, right, and your team grows and you become the presenter, you know how to present. And then, you know, you can also pull your upline to the side and say, hey, I'm about to be a presenter at this meeting tomorrow. I need you to sit with me for like an hour and let's practice. And if you mess up, you mess up. Now, here's what I do, right? And this is just me. Once again, like I said, because I'm a leader in my company. So I'm not going to tell other leaders how to present. Okay, some people spit out the info themselves, you know. You definitely got to do that when you're on a phone call, you know, because nobody can see you. But when I am at a home meeting, this is just me. When I am at a home meeting, even though I know how to spit out the information, I purposely do not. The only thing that I spit out to people are my story, right? Because there's no video that's going to tell you my story, right? My story. Because I tailor it to my audience too. I might be a little emotional on one and I might be a little bit more businessy on the other. My story is the same, but there are different parts of my story that I can stress more than the other depending on who I'm talking to. And I know that because when I first go into the meeting and I'm just networking with them and getting to know them, I'm gauging their vibes and their energies and their personality. Like, is this an emotional person? What is their story? And I pull things out of them as I'm personally connecting with them. That's why I say when you do a home meeting, do a meet and greet for 30 minutes before you get to the formal presentation, so you can kind of like build that rapport with them and get to know them. Because most of the time, this is the first time the presenter is meeting the prospect. And you as the host know them, but the presenter isn't known yet. So I'm kind of talking to them casually, trying to figure out, hey, are they emotional people? Are they more businessy? I'm a businessy person, but I can tap into my emotions. You know, so I do that. Once I figure out the type of thing that gets to them, like that pulls them in, That's the way I share my why, because my why happens to be a great combination of emotions and business. So I can do that, right? And the reason why I do that is because I want them to feel comfortable and I want them to relate to me. So then while I'm telling my why, I'm spitting that out. I'm pulling them in. Now, what I do at home meetings is I share, because my business is based on products. So I share 2 videos based on products. So I can show them what the products are, period, and with a history of the products. Why I can easily just say it to people. I do on the phone. But if you're in front of me, you can watch video. I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm just going to show a video of my company telling you about it. Then I tell you my why. And then I share a follow-up video that ties everything together. Then I take the presentation off. I'm like, okay, we're done with that. Now it's just personal. Once again, one-on-one meet and greet type stuff, casual. You can ask me questions. And then I will spit out the information specifically to the question that you asked. Why am I saying this? Because when you do a home meeting and your host is learning how to present at one, and they want to duplicate what you do, if you're spitting out all the information at them, the new distributor that wants to be a leader is going to be like, man, how am I going to remember the 6 key components of the business, and how am I going to remember everything under the sun about my company and all of this other stuff? You're not, so you want to make sure that what you're doing is duplicatable. Okay. So we are coming up on, actually it is 7 o'clock right now. And the only other thing that I want to mention that she talked about before I get off this live stream is goals. She said, at the end of the day, your goal is to find new leaders to build in your entire organization. And usually those leaders show up every 5 levels. That means that in your downline, when you're looking through your whole downline, not just the people you brought in, you're looking for leaders who are going to help grow your organization, the ones that are ready to run, the ones that are teachable, coachable, mentorable, and they are following the core habits of your business. They're not following what you told them to do. They're following what the leaders and the millionaires are telling them to do. That's what you should be duplicating. So hopefully what you're saying is matching up with what the successful leaders are telling them to do. They should be duplicating that. When you find those people, put them on your grid. And what that means is those are the ones that you give your special attention to. Love on everybody in your organization, but like I said, in my opinion, if they're not willing to follow simple instructions, let them not follow the instructions, because that's their right, and just love on them. Put general information out to them, but focus your time on the people that are ready to grow their business the way the system says to do it, because the system is telling you this is how you make money. And if you're wasting your time with people that are trying to reinvent the wheel, you both aren't going to make a lot of money. It's just the facts, it's been proven. Okay. So don't waste your time on that. You already know what the right way to do things are. So focus on the people that are doing things the right way. And if you're new to this business, and you just put your money up into the business, don't waste your own time. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time if you're not serious about growing a business. The worst thing you can do is put all your money into a business, then not do the business, and then your family and you have both sacrificed, this is what Trisha said, sacrificed some part of their lifestyle and their livelihood for you to do this business just for you to not do it. If you sacrifice that money and you sacrifice the time to attend training events and to attend home meetings and to do all this stuff, and your children your family has to see that, they have to deal with that sacrifice, then make that sacrifice worth it by actually doing the business, or else you're just wasting your own time. So that is what your upline should be teaching you. Not because it benefits your upline, but because we're being real with you. Don't do this if you're not ready to do it. But if you're ready to do it, then actually do it. Now, we are at the end of the month. Okay, it is about to be over. So if you haven't yet hit your goals, reach up to your upline and say, hey, these are my goals. This is what I want to do. Help me to get there. And your upline will help you get there. And hopefully you'll see some checks coming into your business, and you just duplicate that on down and grow your organization and achieve all your long-term, short-term, and in-between goals. So I'm going to go ahead and post the link to this training in the event, the Facebook event for tonight's training. I'm going to post it. I'm also going to post the link to the training notes in the comments under this live stream once Facebook is done processing it, so you all can have it and you can see what multimillionaire Trisha Albertson said, not me, Okay, but what she said is what I'm duplicating. And this is your girl, Tanaya-Marcia Silhouette. And this is Team DSF Weekly Business Training. I hope to help you out. And I'll see y'all next week. Peace.